Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, this is your timeless reading, and if you are returning here, thank you for adding your energy to every upload. This is the channel where you come to hear about yourself, not about your person, okay? We are going to be pulling from my signature deck, the Resurrection Oracle, and then I'm going to clarify with the Moonology and Tarot as needed. Don't forget to look at the timestamp, any images that jump out at you on the cards, because all of that may have some channeled guidance in it from your spiritual team. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. That was the one that came out of the last reading. Oh, there's more. Okay. There's a lot more. Okay. I'm like, what? Astral effect? What is coming down? What is coming down? The ascension, like, oh wow. Yeah. Okay, one of the things that was happening while I was shuffling, okay, is, and this is the energy that I have been beefing with all week. Okay? I have been beefing with spirit because I'm becoming impatient, right? And I feel like I have been very patient with spirit, specifically with nobody else, with spirit for a while, and I'm becoming impatient, right? And the cards, the way that they were feeling is like, I'm waiting for the moment, I'm waiting for the moment, I'm waiting for the moment, and then all of a sudden it just shoots out cards, right? And the biggest beef I've been having all week is the theatrics, okay? Unnecessary. We don't need to wait for things to explode, right? We can shift gradually, or so I think, right? That's my issue with spirit, right? Is I feel like I'm not necessarily interested in instant gratification as much as spirit likes to be theatrical. Okay, so there's something about that energy, that frustration, okay, that is coming through for someone who needs that in this reading, or for someone who understands that, who has been sitting with that energy, okay? Because the first card that came out was Astral, which came out in the reverse, okay, in the previous reading. And so definitely check that out. That was talking about why you're being triggered into ascension, right? But right after that, we got union, okay? So we are talking about a relationship in this particular reading, or a sense of self for you, where you're coming back to a sense of wholeness, a sense of who you have been on an original level before the material world got to you, right? And this union is already existing in the astral. It already exists at a higher level, okay? And so what's happening is you're grounding it into the physical, okay? We got grief, okay? So maybe similar to me, because I said I've been beefing with spirit, but really it's grief, okay? Really it's grief that I'm, frustrated with or going through, because, sometimes I feel a little forgotten by spirit. I feel like, I'm one of spirit's strongest soldiers, and I need that follow-up, okay? I'm throwing bows and there's no follow-up. Where's the follow-up? Okay, so there is this grief, regret, lament, sadness about something happening right now. Okay. We also have Reap, which is our autumn card. Full moon, blessings, measure, gratitude. That wasn't supposed to be a pseudo sentence, it just ended up being that. Okay. So we're really releasing things that don't serve us, okay, right now, in order to reap that benefit. Okay, bypass, avoid, fear, suppress, block, curse, denial, resist. Okay, 9699. So you're definitely releasing things that no longer serve a union, but it's not just a relationship, it is your relationship with yourself as well. It is the part of you that keeps you caged, okay, because it's safer to hold back than it is to release. You are also releasing an avoidant personality trait, okay, with the rabbit and the snow leopard. The snow leopard, you know, is evasive, right? The rabbit is evasive, but the rabbit is also abundant. And so there is a level of suppressing this energy that is building within you that is dissipating, right? We're no longer avoiding whatever this energy is of abundance, okay? Coursing through you, we're releasing that. And then slide again, yes, this is a tower moment. Whoever is coming to this reading, you is going through it. Okay, you're going through it. It's not even funny. On the bottom of the deck, right, we have adrift, consumed, spiraling, unhinged. 777. So you are going through a spiritual awakening. You may be coming to this reading identifying in your masculine energy, because I'm getting a lot of that, okay? And you're absolutely going through a heart chakra opening. So let's clarify. Now that we understand from the previous reading, and definitely go check that out, why we were triggered into this tower unbeknownst to us, right? We're going to find out more information about this union that you're moving into that already exists in the astral, okay? And what grief you're letting go of. Because notice here on the grief card, okay, this is my silver cup of spilled milk, right? Spilled milk, holding on to things that no longer serve us. I will link an article below where I talk about that more, and you can see what is coming out of the spilled milk. Fossils, artifacts, old stuff, right? Okay. I love my Jack, y'all. Ain't she pretty? She's so pretty. She's so pretty. She will be totally perfected before my next print, but she's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna pull tarot over each of these to clarify, and then I'll actually pull a Moonology deck, a card, for our final message. Okay. Oh. Okay, so we can see, or at least I already did, and when that happens, I know it's happening for a reason. Okay, that we have 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you are walking into your new future, and you're not walking into it alone, okay? You are walking into it energetically supported, and this is definitely for somebody who feels alone, right? And that's on me saying, you know, I've been beefing with this energy of feeling a little forgotten, right? Okay, so over astral, we have 8 of Wands. Wow. Okay, so your spiritual team is sending you lots of communication. You may be seeing lots of synchronicities, lots of repeating numbers, lots of letters, initials, maybe even names over and over again. Your spiritual team is trying to get to you at this time, because this is a very heavy karmic period for you, where there is a lot of movement that is taking place on the astral on your behalf. And if there's so much movement taking place that you are feeling it, okay, in the physical. You feel the energy where you need to move, you need to communicate, you need to move different, okay? And that is definitely being energetically supported, okay? With this union, we have the Fool in the reverse position. So part of the reason why this union for you that is taking place, which may be a personal union of masculine and feminine energy, and or an external union, right, of masculine and feminine energy through unconditional love, reverence, balance, okay? The Fool in the reverse position, you are learning how to approach relationships from a place that is less impulsive, okay? And less grounded, because with this coming over union and this union already existing in the astral, there is this level of deepening of devotion before one is able to take a move or make a step in order to solidify your commitment, okay? Your commitment is being tested. Can you stay 10 toes down on what you're moving towards, even if you can't take an impulsive step toward it, okay? With grief, we have Queen of Cups. Wow, okay. So for some of you coming to this reading, you are grieving a connection emotionally that you have had with a Queen of Cups. And there may be some regret and some sadness coming with this, but this is all actually purposeful. The tears you are crying, okay, are clarifying what has been dissonant in your heart, what has lacked clarity in your heart. And this emotional appreciation for this Queen of Cups is also something that is being tested. How deeply can you commit to your emotional appreciation to this Queen of Cups without being able to take an impulsive step, okay? And it kind of connects to the energy that I was talking about in the beginning of the reading, where I feel like I'm waiting for Spirit to bring in abundance, right, in areas, for me personally, right, in my life. And I'm just waiting for one meaningful thing to happen. Not all, 10 goals that I have to come into fruition at once, right? And I'm feeling frustrated with that, right? That same energy is coming into this, where it's like you feel grief over this Queen of Cups that you had an emotional connection with. But as much as you want to move toward that with all of your energy, we can't do the theatrics yet, okay? We can't do that. We can't. Spirit is like, look, you have to take it step by step. 1, 2, 3, 4. You may be seeing that. You have to. You cannot skip the painful parts. You cannot skip this part where nothing is happening, but you're still working towards your goal, even for me. And you have to sit with this grief of you not having this emotional connection, because we need to know that you're committed, okay, to your ascension, okay, to this union while it's not in front of you, okay, before we put it in front of you, right, so we don't squander it. With reap, exactly, we have 2 of Cups in the reverse. They want you to have this abundance, but they want you to be able to understand with gratitude what you have, okay? We have the golden dates, okay? Dates are symbols of abundance, and it's like this relationship could be the sweetest fruit you ever had, right? But if there is a lack of trust because there is impulsivity and there is this energy of I jump when it feels exciting, and then I disappear when the real work shows up, that will continue to breed a lack of trust, and that is why it's being paced out the way that it is. Over bypass, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so you have been waiting for an opportunity, whether it is physical, tangible, with all this earth energy, like that could be physical, tangible, that could be anything. That could be, I'm waiting till I move to a different place. I'm waiting till I get a new job. I'm waiting till I have a certain amount of money. I'm waiting until certain things align for me in the physical, okay? You have been waiting for whatever this opportunity is, but it's almost like the opportunity hasn't been presenting itself because there's something around this connection that you have been avoiding, that you think that you can kind of override or supersede by waiting for the physical, okay? And so they're almost like, they've almost been holding the tangible opportunity back from you so that you can't bypass these deeper emotions, right? So that these deeper emotions get released so that they don't screw up your abundance, right? So that you don't get the abundance in your hand and then it slips right through your fingers because we're still full of avoidant energy that we've been trying to suppress, okay? With block, we have curse, denial, resist, over, and then we have the Empress. Wow. Ciao. Wow. Okay. They said, you ain't getting to this Empress. I'm sorry. They said, you ain't getting to this Empress if you release this work. We ain't letting you out that cage, okay, until you resist this denial, okay, of the inner, deeper work emotionally that you need to do on yourself. Okay, you have to release what is not serving you, what is keeping you in a state of disconnect, okay? Or else they said, you can keep knocking at that door, you ain't getting in until you release what no longer serves you emotionally, specifically, okay? Wow, 10 of Swords, right? Because it's a wrap, okay? Completion. This tower moment that you're going through is completing a karmic chapter. And after the karmic chapter is the divine chapter with this Empress, with this Queen of Cups energy that you are grieving, okay? But all of the things from this karmic chapter cannot come. You know, there's so many things in this karmic chapter that cannot come with you because they don't serve you. You know, the swords are stabbing the person in the back for a reason. Because while you're holding on to these things, they're also undermining your future and your abundance. And this is the inevitability that they needed you to see about your karmic set, about your karmic circumstance, okay? Because there has been resistance, right? 99996, there has been resisting to letting these things go. There has been like, I don't want to think about the deeper emotional aspects. I don't want to sit with integrating things with myself. Just give me an opportunity to do this, to have another relationship, right? With this Two of Cups, with this Queen of Cups, with this Empress energy, and I'll do it right. And they're like, how do you know? How do you know you will do, sorry, I'm kissing the mic. How do you know you will do it right if you have not released what doesn't serve you, okay? Cart before the horse. You need to obey the astral source. You need to obey how source is aligning things for you, okay? Over your spiritual awakening energy, adrift, consumed, spiraling, unhinged. Four of Cups, okay. And this is largely because this isn't new to you. This isn't new to you with the moth, okay? And the blue butterfly. This is pain you have been sitting with. And that with the Four of Cups, we've tried to disconnect from emotionally. And so it's like, now that you're reconnected emotionally, they're like, I know you didn't think you didn't think you weren't gonna address all this. Yeah. You gonna address the grief, the loss, because we're gonna make sure you don't F it up. Not that you will, you know exactly what to do, because you're gonna listen, right, to your heart. That's why you're going through this integration, so that your masculine energy cannot railroad your heart, okay? Let's pull a final clarifier. On the bottom of the deck, we have prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. Okay, this is giving Chiron and Taurus, You're being asked to take a deeper look at what it means for you to have something, to possess this love, to possess this relationship, to possess yourself. What does it mean and what value does that have, okay? Nothing is yet set in stone. More Taurus energy. Your dreams need a practical plan. What did I say? It's giving Chiron and Taurus. You have to heal. You are integrating the dreaminess of love and of an abundant love. We have heavy Taurus energy, heavy Taurus. So you may have Taurus placements. You may be coming to this reading with a Taurus on your mind, right? But this is about, because, you know, Taurus is about I have, okay? And they're asking you with new moon and full moon, in order for you to have something new, because that's what you're looking for in this new relationship, you need to release the impractical elements that you've held on to, because there is some sort of comfort that you have in possessing something, okay? And there is this energy, this mutable energy, where because you can't maybe possess fully this relationship in okay, right? Bypass Ace of Pentacles. It's almost like wanting to buy a person, okay? Hear me out. And I don't mean this to be negative. I just mean it because this is about fear. It's not about a lack of value. It's about fear, and it's about feeling like if I don't pay the toll, I'm going to lose it. There's too much mutable energy. Things could change. And it's like, that has to do with possession, right? And you have to release the fact that anything could change, right? As your heart expands. That doesn't mean that because waters can fluctuate that you don't have a meaningful connection here, and that there isn't prosperity in this connection because you can't quantify it, capture it, and put it in a box. Okay, I hope that makes sense to someone, where it's like you have to release the level of control, because wanting as much control is creating blockages that are separating you from this prosperity, because it's impractical to think that you can possess everything all at once, right? We want to, but it's impractical, right? Every Taurus, as a Taurus myself, we have to learn that. And it is rough, right? When we're learning that. I'll tell you this. It's like I've learned that I can love someone fiercely, but I can't fully possess them because their journey is not mine, right? So like there may be moments in my life where I possess the person. Maybe we commit to each other. But there are other moments in life where their spiritual journey is teaching them something that may pull them away from me physically. But that doesn't make my love disappear. And that doesn't mean that because I don't possess them, that I don't have them. I still have. But it's like loving without ownership, okay? And then we have nothing will come of the situation void, of course. Exactly. Okay, so the reason why you're getting nothing will come of the situation is because of the fear. The fear of the mutable energy. The fear that things fluctuate. You are being forced to release that fear. Okay? So that you can move forward and not be a slave to possessive energy. So I hope this resonated with somebody. If my energy resonates with you, please subscribe to this channel and hit the like button, or leave a comment because that helps me greatly in the algorithm, and I will see you in the next reading.